So, I may have been a little bit overzealous when I was on the interlibrary loan website because I got a lot of books and a lot of them were recommendations or ones that I've been really wanting to read, and I don't feel nervous at all that I won't be able to finish these by the end of May because I'm so excited! Anyways, today we are going to be doing a library haul slash TBR for the month of May. You guys know that I'm a broken record and I don't own books, and so I have to use the library and buy used books to help me in my reading addiction. So I love that even a library has new arrivals. So a lot of these are either newer or ones that I wasn't expecting the library to have, but if I use the interlibrary loan method, it's pretty awesome because I can actually read books that I want to read, and I'm so excited. So these are just some of them. I think there's still like 4 or 5 on their way. I think my library hates me because they just got a new system and it takes them forever to figure out how to process these. So even now, I've gone a couple times to pick up these books and I have to kind of like walk them through their own process. Anyways, we are just going to jump into it. Now, the first one is one that I read, but it was my TBR. I finished it last night, so technically it was in May. I'll do a review later. So this one is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Oh my god, it's so good. So this is one on my TBR because I saw the movie preview and I really like the book. So I'm gonna have to see the movie. Let me know if you think it's good or bad or if it matches the book at all. I heard it doesn't, but it's still a good movie, so we will see it. Also, if you're ever wondering what I'm reading currently, check out my Instagram because that is where I've been pretty active every day about posting what I'm reading and stuff like that, like daily questions and such. So if you have an Instagram and you like books, check out that. That'd be awesome. Next we have Sophie Jordan's Firelight. Sophie Jordan did the Reign of Shadows series, and I heard this series is actually better. So this is the Firelight series. I don't know how many books are in it. I think there's like 3 or 4 books in this series. I'm not quite sure. But honestly, I got it because I kind of liked her writing. I didn't like the second book in the Reign of Shadows series, but I did like her writing style. And so I picked it up because it honestly, the cover drew me in. If you can see, there's like, I know the ring light's glaring at you, but there's like a mermaid type stencil on her face. So I really want, I don't even know what it's about, but I'm guessing it's about mermaids. Yes, maybe? Anyways, I totally just got it because of the cover and I like the author so far. Next we have Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein. Now I originally picked this up in my Booklender haul and then I sent it back immediately because I canceled that service because it was just bad. If you want to see a full review, I'll leave it up in the cards. But this is one of the books that I had originally gotten in that, but then I ended up getting it at the library instead. It's a hardcover and it seems really sturdy compared to the one that they had sent me. This is one that my sister has recommended to me for years. Both her and I really love World War II type fiction novels, and it is definitely in that category, but it's a really sad story about children who get sold off during World War II and that have to be traveled through trains throughout the countries, and it's just a really heartbreaking book that I want to read. I mean, sometimes you just need something weepy, so I'm really interested in reading this one, and it's been on my TBR list for quite some time. The next one is pretty popular here on YouTube, and I definitely want to see what the hype is about. So this is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. And I honestly don't know what it is. I just got it because so many people have been raving about it, and I want to see if it's as good as everyone is saying it is. It is definitely one of the longest books that I picked up. This one's just over 400 pages. Yeah, like 420 pages. So I think this is still very possible for me to read, and again, I've heard great things, so I need to jump on that wagon. This is another book that has been on my TBR for quite some time. This is Alice by Christina Henry. Acacia Ives, which, funny story, we actually went to high school together and then we worked together later on, and then, do you ever have those people in your life that you feel like you're on a parallel path and every once in a while you cross over and I don't know, you just have a lot in common and they come and go throughout your lifetime, and that is Acacia Ives for me. We went to middle school together and then we ended up working with each other for a while, and then we kind of went our separate ways because I ended up moving across the country, but we both ended up working at Sephora, just in different corners of the country. And then anyways, it's a big long story, but I feel like She is also a booktuber here, and I'm a booktuber here now, and I think it's just funny how some people in your life just come and go, and they always seem to come back into your life some way or another. But she read Alice, and I really want to read it. I'm really into weird versions of fairy tales. Obviously, this is for Alice in Wonderland, and it is a darker version, and I'm really interested in reading it. I think it's going to be so good. Reign of Shadows was based off Rapunzel, and I really want to read that Cinder series. I know Cinder is the first book. Definitely want to read that one too. But next we have a trilogy that I want to read. One book I did read, so it's going to be a reread. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I keep saying that. I'm sorry. But I read Alex a long time ago. So the first one that I had read was Alex by Pierre Lemaitre. And this is a suspenseful book. If you like thrillers, if you like mystery, suspense novels, you need to read this if you haven't already. This is actually the second book in the series, and this is the first one I read. It's originally a French novel, and they converted it to English, or translated it to English, and the English translation is fantastic. You wouldn't even know that it was a French book. And I had the hardest time finding the other two in the trilogy because, I don't know, I just could only find the French version when I had originally read it. So I was really bummed that I could never find books 1 and 3. But I did read Alex, and it's fantastic, and I want to read the whole trilogy because I was able to get it at the library. So the first book in the series is Irene, and again, it's supposed to be a detective mystery suspense novel. I don't know much about it, but since I loved Alex so much, it's so glary. I really want to read the whole trilogy, and then the third book, I believe it's either Celeste or Celine. Forget what it's called, but I'm very excited to read the whole trilogy because the second one is fantastic. It's probably top 5 books I've ever read ever. And oh, it's so suspenseful, and the ending is such a twist. And finally we have The Female Persuasion by Meg Wolitzer. I was skeptical that they would even have it at the library because it's such a new book. It is the book of the month for the book club for Barnes & Noble, and they had it. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is, I don't even know what it is, but I was just happy to find a book that new at the library, and it's in the book club thing, so I kind of just wanted to read it because of that. Also, I feel like a lot of the books that I have here are very just easy books, and I think this one is going to be more of a literature aspect. I might be completely wrong. It might be completely different, but I kind of want to read a more adult book in this one. I can't wait. So, those are all the books that I am wanting to read. Obviously, I'm excited about all of them because these are books that have been on my TBR for a while, or ones that I've been waiting for weeks for them to arrive at the library, or ones that I've heard amazing things about. So, okay. Anyways, if you want me to put one of these books at the top of my TBR list, let me know down in the comments below. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Make sure to subscribe and stick around and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.